Today I'm going to be playing some Mech-Mage, but a version of the deck that's actually fun. So the recent miniset gave us Reverberations, a 3-mana spell that copies a minion, and then both the original and the copy die whenever they take damage. But we don't care about that because we're going to be copying Mecha-Shark, a 3-mana mech that shoots 3 missiles at random enemies whenever we summon a mech. So we're going to try to play some Mecha-Sharks, and then copy some Mecha-Sharks, and play a bunch of mechs to kill the opponent. That's going to be made much easier by Seafloor Gateway, a 3-mana spell that draws a mech from our deck, and then discounts all mechs in our hand. So with those discounts, it's actually quite practical to get 5 Mecha-Sharks in play, which then deal 15 damage per mech. To find these really powerful spells, we've got Volume Up, 4 mana to draw 3 spells, and then if we spent all our mana when we played it, we get to copy one of those spells. And both of our previously mentioned spells are totally insane to copy. And speaking of that, we've also got Audio Splitters that copy the most expensive spell in our hand. I'm also playing Hollow Technician, a 3-mana 3/4 that says anytime a minion takes exactly 1 damage, it dies. So that's pretty good with Mecha-Shark, which deals exactly 1 damage. And I'm also playing Shooting Star, which deals 1 damage to 3 targets. So a pretty solid board clear there, and another nice filler spell for the volume up.
Let the games begin.
Don't think I'm supposed to keep Mecha-Shark. Can't imagine the annoying fan ever actually does anything against a rogue, because they play a million ways to kill it, but you never know for sure. Absolutely terrible hand, by the way. Tempo, I guess. Gives me 2 frost spells next turn. Well, that's not the card I wanted to lose. Oh, just kidding. It's totally fine, actually. How? I drew Volume Up, double Shooting Star? Is that a fucking joke? It's so bad. I guess I want Volume Up? The first Volume Up is good, and then maybe the second one just digs for Fizzle at some point. What are you doing? What's my opponent doing? I guess I'm down to Holotech here. Next turn I drop to 8. I can go Fan Star Volume. Krakatoa. What other card would my opponent possibly be playing on turn 5? If both of these Seafloor Gateways find Mecha-Sharks, my hand is actually pretty good now. Play this here so I can get the discount on whatever I draw into, maybe. These are all pretty bad. I'm just not gonna have spells for the keyboards. And there's my shark. So I do have a triple shark hand. I think I want some tempo. cool. It's the one I would have taken, I think. 2 random mechs. I think I'm actually going to try to volume up for double seafloor gateway. Might be pretty tough, but those seafloor gateways are super good. Although, who knows, maybe I would have just had lethal on turn 8 with Shark double reverb, and then I think I had 4 0 mana mechs. Triple Shark with 4 mechs is... Wait, that's so much damage. 9 times 5.
Feel that healing beat.
Good ol' explosive runes.
You fell right into my trap. Audio processing.
The snapshot is like pretty good, but all the stuff in it's kind of expensive. Seems like a pretty weak breakdance. Maybe I hit a Mecha-Shark off this. No. Next turn, I've got triple Shark for 6. Well, this can give me another Shark, huh?
Audio processing.
So I can play 4 Sharks. But then I only have 2 mechs to go with them. Now that's 1 less Shark because my opponent plays double Starfish and they're fucking whatever garbage rogue deck this is. But as long as I'm not dead, triple Shark plus a couple mechs is pretty good. I think this snapshot has a 2 mana Mecha-Shark in it. Well, it's got reverbs in it as well. Or I can just play this Mecha-Shark. This might be lethal. It was lethal. Just the 2 final mechs did 24 damage. And then, I think this was a 48 damage turn, right? 3, 6, 9, 12, 12. No. 42 damage turn. 3, 6, 9. 18, 12, 12. They died, either way.
Medivh versus Gul'dan. Let the games begin.
Trench Surveyor's pretty good on 2. Don't be Zoo, please, but if you are, I have the Annoying Fan. Not Zoo. I guess I'll play this thing. Probably just want volume up. Try to find more seafloor gateways. Hit him for 3. Very scary that they discarded Finley there. Probably means they have a scary card. But maybe Annoying Fan can lock down a slime for a turn or something. Probably just Annoying Fan on that, even though it's not perfect. Okay, did hit the Seafloor Gateway, which was not guaranteed, but pretty likely. I do think Gateway is better than Reverb here. Unfortunate. Quite a good audio splitter. I think I'm allowed to play this Click Clocker.
Audio processing.
I have Zilliax for this 4-power minion, which is kind of sick. Two coins. These coins could potentially let me still play double Mecha-Shark, triple Reverb, which would be pretty sick. Could also play a 4/4, strap a Zilliax onto it, and then kill the 5/7 and the 5/5. I think this is better. Although I'm gonna run out of time here, so I guess this actually just fucking sucked. Hey, I didn't run out of time. Nice. I also can reverb my opponent's stuff. Like, if they play an Amorphous Slime, reverb that shit a couple of times. Hollow Tech. I can just reverb both of these. Shooting Star. Maybe the play here is just Hollow Tech double Shooting Star.
Presentation is everything.
Save my reverbs for their intended purpose.
I am only more dead.
Actually didn't have to play the second Shooting Star. Could have hit with Click Clocker and then Hero Powered. Might have been better off doing that.
We're not done with you yet.
That's a pain. Volume up does nothing. Okay, so say next turn I go 4 Sharks and an Annoyatron. That does 3, 6, 9, 12 damage, which is 30, but they're gonna have minions. I think the play is actually to reverb this. And then we try to snipe it. Beautiful. Hopefully they don't have their other Defile. Symphony. I don't think Symphony is ever that good here. Unless they have like 6 damage and then something else. Dude, they milled my Mecha-Shark. How can I be so unlucky? Kind of looking like they got reverbed.
Medivh versus Rexa. Let the games begin.
Probably not going to get to do any combo stuff against Hunter, unfortunately. I heard this fancy new Hunter deck was super good, and I played it and went 2 and 5, and it seemed really shit. But, I'm sure my opponent's about to show me why it's great.
My blood boils for war. The living grab all kinds of things.
Do I want to coin Seafloor Gateway? Probably not.
Hot bucket.
Easy Mecha-Shark. Okay, so I can Seafloor Gateway these Mecha-Sharks, and then I can play Volume Up. Probably gets me another Seafloor Gateway. If I can copy it, then I could have 0 mana Mecha-Sharks on turn 7, or turn 6 even. I have 7 cards in hand. I think I'm supposed to coin this here. Next turn is probably Gateway and Oyatron. Next turn is Seafloor Gateway again. And then the following turn is Gateway, Mecha-Shark, Mecha-Shark, Reverb. So I definitely want 0 mana mechs on those turns. But I'm gonna have to dump a card next turn anyway, so I guess I may as well play Click Clocker here.
Our gift of the arcane enlightens us.
Holotech is kind of good. I think I delay my plan a bit to play Holotech. And then next turn, I guess, is just double Seafloor Gateway. It's not necessarily that easy for Hunter to deal with this 3-4.
They love a little fiddle.
I could play 2 Sharks this turn with maybe 4 minions, 4 other minions. Let's just go ahead and play both Seafloor Gateways and see if they're both playable. I guess it's kind of hard for them to both be playable, but they are. So double Shark, 4 minions is lethal. I analyzed all the numbers and it was exactly 30.
Medivh versus Rexa. Let the hell sing along. Let the games begin.
Love a good keyboard. I've heard this fancy new Hunter deck is supposed to be really good, but in my experience, it's been pretty terrible. Including the last time I played against it with this deck. But we'll see if that keeps up. Spirit Poacher is certainly a good 2-drop.
Arcane arrows fill the sky.
I think I'm about to make a pretty sick play here. Actually, I can play this as well. They can trade into it, but then at least they trade. And then next turn I have Holotech Shooting Star that can kill these two, plus whatever else they play.
Caught this one eating hearty snacks.
Presentation is everything.
Alright, well, got a bit of a breather here, and I get a Mecha-Shark. I think Mecha-Shark is better than Ziliax. It's definitely close, though. I positioned poorly against Hollow Hound, and they are guaranteed to have it if they want it, which I don't know why they wouldn't want it. Maybe they didn't know I was Mech Mage early on. Seven cards in hand. Kind of a garbage keyboard, but whatever. Alright, well, I've got triple seafloor, triple reverb. So, could be a pretty nasty game. My opponent doesn't have me under much pressure, but I might be getting Hydrolodon here, which would suck. No Hydrolodon. Next turn I have 8 mana, which is not enough to triple reverb on my Shark. But I can double reverb on my Shark. So 3 Sharks, 2 Mechs. I guess I'm supposed to end my turn here. Two coins. I think those coins are a bit expensive here. This should be a board clear, and I'm not dead to King Crush. So these Mecha-Sharks might just be pretty good. Next turn, say a Shark lives. I can play Reverb, double Fridge. Probably just want another cheap mech. It's hard to imagine that I would play Gaia next turn. I actually expected that to deal a little more face damage than that. I should have separated these Mecha-Sharks. I hate playing against positioning cards. They're so annoying. Well, 1 mana for a couple Mage Secrets isn't too bad, unless they're both explosive runes. But I can bluff Objection.
interesting.
Remixed toys for festive joys.
2 pair. Annoytron does pretty well here, even if this thing does get the cleave off. Seems like they put that last banana on the wrong target. Well, I can reverb their Hound, which is actually really good here. Level 2 Mecha-Sharks in my deck, huh? But they're not going to be cheap. I guess I'm just going to fizzle a bunch of frickin' Annoyatrons. And now I'm not dead to Crush anymore, which is great. My snapshots are 6 cards, right? Triple Annoyo, explosive, insane explosive runes, by the way. Triple Annoyo, explosive runes, and then volume up, which is garbage, and reverb, which is not garbage. Shooting Star is pretty good here. Hello, hello. Snapshot gives me a bunch more cheap mechs to play alongside my Mecha-Shark, and a reverb to play alongside it. Am I actually still gonna win this game? That'd be pretty nutty. They don't have any beasts left, right? Wow. So, Mecha-Shark, triple mech. It's probably just lethal, but even if it's not, it's damn close. Wow. Dude, I told you guys, that Hunter deck sucks. I even played into Hollow Hound and they still couldn't get the job done.